My girlfriend broke up with me saying she needed to work on herself and wasn't ready for anything serious. I wished her well and moved on. But 4 months later, she was all over social media with her friend who was helping her heal. When she texted, "I made a mistake. Can we talk?" I replied, "I'm getting married next month." And she completely lost her mind. I'm Erin, 29, physical therapist in Denver. 8 months ago, I thought I had life figured out with Allison, my girlfriend of 2 years. We were living together, splitting rent, and I was shopping for engagement rings during lunch breaks. Then came that Tuesday night in February. Allison seemed off all day, distracted, checking her phone constantly. When we got home, she sat me down with this serious expression. "I need to talk to you about something important," she said, fidgeting with our throw pillow. "I've been thinking about my life." My stomach dropped. Nothing good ever started with those words. "I've realized I've been jumping from relationship to relationship since I was 18. I've never taken time to figure out who I am as an individual. I don't know what I want for my career or what makes me happy outside of whoever I'm dating." The breakup speech was textbook. I need to work on myself. I need space to figure out who I am. I'm not ready for anything serious. I need to learn how to be alone. She seemed genuine, even cried, explaining how this wasn't about me personally, how I was amazing, but she needed to do this for herself. I respected her decision, even though my world was collapsing. I helped her pack that weekend, staying calm while internally screaming. She'd found a studio apartment and seemed relieved loading boxes. "I hope you understand someday," she said, leaving. "This is something I have to do." I wished her well and watched her drive away, then spent hours staring at empty spaces where her things used to be. I didn't reach out after that. If she needed space, I'd respect it. I removed her from social media, not from anger, but because seeing her new life would have been torture. 6 weeks later, my friend Matt invited me to join his volleyball league. That's where I met Layla during our third game. She was on the opposing team, a nurse who'd moved to Denver from Phoenix. During post-game drinks, we talked for hours. Layla was different. Where Allison was impulsive and dramatic, Layla was thoughtful and steady. She'd finished nursing school, built a career she loved, had clear goals. She didn't need constant validation. She was content with simple pleasures like farmers markets and evening walks. 3 months after meeting Layla, I realized I was falling hard. It wasn't desperate attachment like with Allison. This was deeper, more secure. Layla appreciated me for who I was. We made things official 4 months after Allison left. Layla suggested a weekend in Aspen, and watching the sunset from our cabin deck, I felt incredible peace. This was what healthy love felt like. Meanwhile, I'd heard nothing from Allison. Exactly what I'd expected given her need for independence. Then, 4 months after our breakup, my friend Jaden texted, "Dude, check Allison's Instagram." I'd unfollowed her, but could still view her profile. What I saw made my stomach drop. Weeks of photos with Antonio from her yoga class, hiking in Rocky Mountain National Park, intimate dinners, cuddling on his couch. Her latest caption, "So grateful for this beautiful soul helping me heal and discover who I really am." I scrolled through posts documenting their relationship. Based on dates, they'd been together at least 6 weeks. My hands shook, realizing the truth. Allison hadn't needed space to work on herself. She'd needed space to be with Antonio without technically cheating. All that self-discovery talk was nonsense. I showed Layla that evening. She looked through everything, then set my phone down gently. "I'm sorry," she said, taking my hands. "That must be incredibly hurtful." "I feel stupid," I admitted. All those conversations about finding herself, and she was planning her next relationship. "You're not stupid for trusting someone you cared about. This says nothing about you and everything about her." That made me realize how different Layla was. Where Allison would have made this about her, Layla offered comfort. 2 weeks later, I was at the jewelry store picking out Layla's engagement ring when my phone buzzed. Unknown number. "Hey Erin, it's Allison. I made a mistake. Can we talk?" I stared at my phone, then at the beautiful solitaire the jeweler was showing me. I typed back, "I'm getting married next month." My phone rang immediately. Allison was crying, then screaming. "What do you mean married? You were supposed to wait. I was figuring things out. How could you move on so fast? This is cruel." "You moved on too," I said calmly. "With Antonio, 4 months ago." "That's different. He was helping me heal. It wasn't serious." I looked at the ring, thinking about Layla at home with takeout ready. "I hope you're happy," I said, and hung up. I bought the ring and blocked her number. Sometimes trash takes itself out.